As he clutched a box holding his NBA championship ring, Nick Young ensured that his moment lasted longer. Draymond Green had just presented Young with his ring for being part of the Warriors' 2018 championship team that swept the Cleveland Cavaliers in the finals. But just like he did during the locker room champagne party and the team's championship parade, Young kept the party going. So, Young went toward the Warriors bench. He slapped high fives with Warriors assistant coach Mike Brown and head coach Steve Kerr. He then dapped with Green and Kevin Durant. Young lingered around and chatted some more. Finally, official Ken Mauer had enough. After all, the Warriors and Cavaliers needed to start their game. So Mauer issued a delay of game penalty. Very fitting, Green said following the Warriors' 120-114 win over Cleveland on Friday at Oracle Arena. You get a delay of game giving a ring to Nick. He actually caused it doing all this little waving and stuff. No wonder Kerr predicted beforehand, I don't think anything will surprise us about Young's ring ceremony. Young spent his 12-year NBA career making teammates and coaches either laugh or roll their eyes with his playful sense of humor and attention-seeking. I wish Mauer just gave the technical to Nick Young, Stephen Curry joked. He was taking his sweet time, for sure, as he should have. Probably more entertainment for him trying to get the game started. Young offered plenty of entertainment about 30 minutes before the Warriors presented him with his NBA championship ring. Aside from playing 4 games with the Denver Nuggets this season during a rash of injuries, Young has not played in the NBA since joining the Warriors last season on their $5.2 million mid-level exception. Since then, Young has mostly stayed at his Los Angeles residence. Being swaggy, Young bragged. That may or may not lead to a reality show that he hopes leads to Kardashian prices. Swaggy's World. Everything that goes in on my head is going to be on TV, said Young, whose show might be for mature audiences only. Just being a dad. Being a good dad this year. Taking my kids to school. Tired of seeing the wife. All kinds of stuff. Doing anything to get out of the house. Taking out the trash. Beyond filming for his alleged reality TV show, Young auditioned openly for a cameo in Space Jam 2. Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James is already confirmed to headline the sequel to the 1996 movie starring Michael Jordan along with Looney Tunes characters. But apparently the sequel's success needs more than just the king. You gotta have a swaggy in Space Jam. If you want to sell tickets, you got to have me, Young said. I can give them swag once they get their powers taken. They can come to me and I can be a sorcerer of swag. I can hand it out to them and give them hope. Young has not just tried performing for the cameras. He maintains he has also performed in the recording studio. Young claimed last year that he would release a diss track on Green at the beginning of 2018. It did not happen. Young then said it would come out following the Warriors' championship run. That did not happen, either. Is this song ever going to be released? This summer. I got to now, Young said before his ceremony. Draymond has been tripping. I'll drop my diss track, especially if he messes up tonight and does something to my rings. It's done. I've been waiting for the right day. I thought about dropping it the day he got engaged just to mess up on the engagement. Contrary to Young's initial fears, Green did not mess up Young's ring ceremony. When he stood with his son and Green at center court, Young delayed accepting the ring right away. Why? Young wanted to bask in the applause from both Warriors fans and former teammates. They obliged enthusiastically. Finally, Young accepted the ring box from Green and shook hands with him. Then, Green playfully picked up Young's son. Sure, Green has teased Young. Green has questioned Young's rap skills. Green often playfully pushed Young around. But Green was also among the Warriors stars, including Curry and Kevin Durant, to vouch for the front office to sign him in the 2017 off-season. Therefore, this ceremony also meant plenty to Green. I'm really close to Nick. To play with him that year was amazing. I wish he was back. But that was a good moment, Green said. Nick has been through a lot in his career, and for him to get that ring meant a lot to me for him. I'm thankful to be the guy presenting it to him. I'm happy he was able to make it here to get the ring. That's something special that nobody can ever take away from him. And it's something that Kerr said is well deserved. The Warriors had signed Young a year after he salvaged his career with the Los Angeles Lakers. He anticipated his NBA career ending after posting inefficiency numbers in 2014-15, 13.4 points on 36.9% shooting, and in 2015-16, 7.3 points per game on 33.3% shooting, amid clashes with former Lakers coach Byron Scott over his playing time, inconsistency, and playful personality. Things became more dicey when former Lakers teammate D'Angelo Russell released footage on social media that exposed Young admitted to being unfaithful to his fiancée and hip-hop artist, Iggy Azalea, which led to a breakup. But Young felt rejuvenated under Lakers coach Luke Walton for his positive reinforcement and more modern offense. Young averaged 13.2 points on 43% shooting in 60 starts, while also coexisting with Russell. Young failed to arrive to Warriors training camp with the same level of conditioning and consistency, while averaging 7.3 points on 41.2% shooting from the field and 37.7% from three. But Kerr applauded Nick for making the biggest shot of Game 7 in Houston in the Western Conference Finals. With Klay Thompson in foul trouble, Young made a three that cut the Rockets' lead to 58-53 with 7:48 left in the third quarter. Kerr observed that shot turned the tide in the game. That's the beauty of being a role player and being a player like Nick. You always have a chance to impact not just a game, but an entire season, Kerr said. That's why you have to stay ready and stay prepared. You never know when that moment is going to come. For us and for Nick, it happened in Game 7 on the road in Houston for the biggest game of the season. It didn't surprise me at all he knocked down that shot. Nick doesn't care. Sometimes that worked to his detriment. Young elicited both laughs and eye rolls when he appeared giddy in the locker room following the Warriors' Game 7 win over the Houston. The Warriors playfully reminded him they do not make a big deal about winning the Western Conference Finals. Afterwards, I thought I won a championship already, Young said. But we had some more to go. Playing into June is the best thing. After all, Young only made one other playoff appearance amid stops with the Washington Wizards, 2007-12, Los Angeles Clippers, 2012, Philadelphia 76ers, 2012-13, and Los Angeles Lakers, 2013-2017. So when Young joined the Warriors, he loved that he could share the court with some of the best players in the game. He reunited with former teammate JaVale McGee. He gained further insight on the team's preparation and work habits. Young did not consistently mimic those lessons based on his consistency, dieting and conditioning. Therefore, the Warriors had no plans to retain Young for the season. The Warriors, though, basked more on the joy that Young brought than lamenting the occasional headaches he caused. I'm fired up to see Nick. Nick always has a smile on his face, Kerr said beforehand. That's the joy that Nick always brought to our locker room. He just had a great way about him. A great presence and great outlook on life. Hence, Young does not sound too upset that his NBA career might be over. I've been doing this playing basketball forever. It's always going to be a part of me, Young said. I know that. But this year I got a chance to be at home. I enjoyed that too. I think my kids love having me at home. I don't think they want me to leave now. It does not sound like Young wants to leave, either. I don't want to travel that far no more and pick up and have to take my family or leave my family and go to the East Coast, Young said. If it's a California team, I'd be open for that. But nothing more. My friends were hurt more than anything, and the fans. They like to see Swaggy being Swaggy. But there's more to me. For one night, though, Young returned to being swaggy. Unsurprisingly, the Warriors became amused and entertained over it all even if his presence caused a delay of game.